Hello everybody, Manithral here, and welcome to the weekly update video for OSRS. Now this week we had the Easter 2023. We do have an RS3 announcement at the very end from today's live stream, so if you're an RS3 enthusiast as well, stick around for that. It has to do with the new quest. But Easter event is here for OSRS. So, as you can see, the Easter Bunny is back, but you'll have to use your best detective skills to track down the Easter Bunny's egg mold in time to feast on the chocolatey goodness. So there's going to be the holiday event, and to kick off this event, you will have to go to Varrock, where the Easter Bunny is hanging out between Varrock West Bank and Zaf's shop. So do go check that out. Tracking down the egg mold will be no simple task. You'll have to navigate through conversations with all of Gertrude's children. So do keep that in mind, and they might tell us where the egg mold has been hidden. So do check that out. And now we go into the new skills pitches poll. So that is out, that is now live. Keep in mind there's shamanism, taming, and sailing, all three adding a large chunk of variety of content. And all very interesting, I must say so myself. But do cast your vote, because the poll is live, and obviously, they are going to be going through with probably pushing a new skill, unless there is an option for no new skill. I'm not sure. But always put out your opinion if you want it to be heard. It might not be the overall, but at least you're getting your opinion out there. But there is the Bounty Hunter reward beta changes. So last week they opened up the beta worlds of 401, 5, 7, 9, and 12 to give players chances to test out some of the possible rewards, coming later this year. So following the feedback, they made a handful of changes, specifically around the corrupt ancient warrior armors, the imbued dark bow, and the imbued abyssal dagger. A lot of people felt like the armors were underwhelming offensively, and that they lacked a solid strength bonus to make extra combat levels worth a while. Additionally, the accuracy bonuses were less than they could be as well, as a lot of players will be using these sets to fight their other low defense builds. So they take this into feedback, and the corrupt sets have a little bit more extra oomph now. But additionally they saw a lot of comparisons between the Morrigan's armor and the Void Knight armor. Although they have similar accuracy bonuses, Void Strength bonus coupled with a low risk of Bounty Hunter environment, the Morrigan set looks less desirable. So they decided to give both the corrupted and uncorrupted versions the same range strength bonuses this week in the beta to see how that fits with everybody. But as for the armors, so Statius, this is for all the corrupted, by the way. Statius Full Helm has increased strength bonus 0 to 2, the plate body 0 to 4, the plate leg 0 to 2. The chain body, Vestas chain body, increased strength bonus 2 to 5. Increased stab, slash, and crush bonus from 7 to 8. The plate skirt went from a stab, slash, crush bonus of 5 to 6. And Morrigan's, this is, first we'll do the corrupted for Morrigan's, and we'll come back for the uncorrupted variant. But the corrupted of Coif is increased range bonus from 7 to 13, increased range strength bonus from 0 to 2. The leather body increased from range bonus from 16 to 36, and increased range strength bonus from 0 to 4. And the chaps is a 12 to 23 ranged, and range strength is 0 to 4. And then we have Zuriel's hood, top and bottom. The magic bonus is 4 to 5 for the hood, 15 to 25 for the top, and 10 to 28 for the bottom. Morrigan's regular coif body and chaps went from a range strength bonus of 0 to 4 for the coif Increased rage strength bonuses 0 to 6 for the body and 0 to 6 for the chaps. So the weapon imbues, although many people feel like the dark bow is improved by the imbue, they've seen suggestions that delay the hits between its special attack easy enough to eat through, and that it struggles to be viable as a result. So for the second week of the beta, they tweaked the imbued dark bow special attack so both arrows land at the same time. They're really interested to see what people's feedback is on this, with making the bow better, but not necessarily OP. The Abyssal Dagger Eye, so imbued. So, to recap, the imbued version comes with a nice accuracy increases and dishes the damage reduction component of its special attack. Combined with the set effects of the Ancient Warrior gear, the dagger is seriously consistent and hits extremely hard. So they'd like to rein it in a little and add back a negative 5% damage reduction to the special attack. They're open to further tweaks on this, but they aim to make the Abyssal Dagger feel good to use without making it OP. And other Ancient Warrior weapons are here, so you'll be able to try out the Statius Warhammer, the Vestas Longsword, Vestas Spear, Serial Staff, and Morrigan's Axes and Javelins. So do keep that in mind. And Jacket's account's open beta is here. So it is happening. Yesterday they expanded the beta from 50% to 100% of the players. So now anyone who wants to navigate their account settings to their website and opt into Jacket's account's beta, this represents a huge step forward in account security. So I will be checking this out myself, and I'll probably go over it with you guys a little bit to kind of show you the pros and potentially the cons of this. There is some other changes, so players can now toggle Make X interface for fletching darts. This setting is toggled off by default existing accounts, but can be enabled in the settings menu. If you're a new account, the setting will be toggled on by default. It needs to be disabled if you like to go back to making darts rapidly. The mobile client will now remember whether or not your minimap was expanded the last time you logged out. The Soul Bearer will now ask players how many charges they'd like to add rather than just using all the runes they have available. Zealot Robes now provide the resource saving bonus to ensouled heads on the ground, meaning those of you who are looking to save some valuable ticks by dropping your ensouled heads before they're reanimating, or reanimating them without ever picking them up in the first place, will have a shot at preserving them. Fix a bug on the Tombs of Masket where freezing a warden just as it wakes up would simply remove it from existence. Praying at the altar will now result in a timer on any prayer point draining effect. They also applied this change to the player in house pools, the Falador Elite Shield, and various raid rooms. Fix a bug where the Occult Necklace was now being dropped upon death for the Max/Med and Zerker modes in Last Man Standing. It is still deleted on death in 1 Defense Pure, where the necklace is offered as a starting loadout item. And players can now check the number of charges in their Revenant weapons and their bonus boss upgrades while the bank interface via check option. Previously inaccessible music tracks from Castle Wars, Clan Wars, Last Man Standing, and Volcanic Mine, the Fossil Island underwater area, and Trouble Brewing have been made available on the Dead Man World 345. Visiting or attempting to enter the Revenant areas will unlock the tracks. Activity high scores that had previously a minimum kill count of 30 have been expanded. The new minimum is 25. And players in the 25 to 29 kill count range should find that their scores are added gradually over the next few gaming sessions. As a reminder, they are rolling this update out in separate parts to reduce strain on the high score systems, and you can expect to see the expansions in the coming weeks. Otherwise, we have the Crack the Clue, so Wooks has provided with them specially cryptic clue this week, with no additional information needed to feast our eyes upon this. And it reads as follows. You may have been waiting for another instruction, but the next one will have to be found by deduction. I have a riddle somewhere for you to find. All I will tell you is leave no letter behind. And it is M-O-M. Is who it's especially from. Which, leave no letter behind, so probably some sort of abbreviation right there. PvP World Road is going to period A, which is 539 US, PvP 548 Germany high risk, PvP 577 US free to play PvP, and 559 UK LMS competitive. World 390 AUS for LMS competitive is activated this week. The PvP arena is used in the max/med loadouts for the rank goals and tournaments this week. And like I was saying at the beginning of the video, there is going to be the new quest coming on April 11th. So it is actually coming out on Tuesday. There will be no RS3 update on Monday. I believe it is a bank holiday. So it will be coming out on the 11th, which will be seeing a brand new building, which is a Slayer Gatehouse, which has some nice little upgrades to it as well as there being some new undead to fight out in a cave in the wilderness. One of them will be dropping an enhancement for the Sonic Blast, I believe. So do check that out. Something pretty cool is coming, and Raptor is going to be involved, and I got a feeling this is going to be the potential start to soon going into Necromancy. Got a feeling we might have one more thing yet before Necromancy for next month, and then in June, I'm starting to think that's when we'll actually see it now. I was initially expecting, because they were saying about the first quarter, well, this is more like the first half of the year, so I'm expecting these things to now actually be a 6-month period, so it would make more sense because it's a lot of content. But that'll do it for this video, guys, so thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time, later, guys.